Hello. Hey. How's everybody tonight? Wilson and I were having a conversation about a store that we have in town that's our thrift store, and it used to be the Ben Franklin back in the day. And so I was asking him if he remembers when we were kids having to, like, there was Toy Town upstairs when it was Christmas time. Anyway, maybe when some of you locals get on, we can finish that conversation. Because I can't really remember. I was pretty little when they used to have that Toy Town upstairs. It's Wednesday, guys. Whiskey Wednesday. DIY.
CNC DIY Factory. Hello.
There you go, Cindy.
DIY.
So, yeah, we were just having a conversation about it was an old store, but it was back in the day.
Says happy retirement.
Thank you, Lori. Thank you.
Hart says hi.
Hello.
Lori Hartwig says hi, guys. I remember.
Oh, you do? Oh, Lori, then we have to have a conversation.
Sonnet DIY.
Oh, Sonnet. Happy birthday, Sonnet. Everybody tell Sonnet happy birthday, DIY.
Happy birthday, Sonnet. CNC Factory DIY.
DIY. So, Lori, since you're on here, it was the Ben Franklin downstairs and the Coast to Coast hardware store, I think is what it was called. And then at Christmas time, you could go upstairs and it was like Toy Town, like Fleet Farm is now. So it was like Toy Town up there. Did we have to go to Toy Town, to the upstairs, through the stairway that came off of Main Street? And it was like a really dark, narrow, creepy stairway. And it kind of was like tunneling to get in there. It was weird.
Backyard brushes DIY.
Hey, Sylvia, DIY.
Sonnet says, "Aw, thank you." Sheila Teakin says, "Hi, kids."
Hello.
Judy says, DIY. Connie and Wilson.
Oh, Judy, DIY.
A bunch of birthday wishes.
Birthday wishes. I'm going to have my first drink on. And
Deb says, hope your first week of your next chapter going well.
I feel like a squirrel, guys. I'm not going to lie. I feel like a squirrel. I'm going here. I'm going here. I'm going doing this. I'm doing that. I am getting stuff done, though. It's been good. It's been very good. I finished up my new spring rice papers today. I released them to the retailers tomorrow, and then they will be live for you guys on the 22nd. So January 22nd, you can look forward to new spring rice papers. And they're so cute.
Bobby says, fit friends.
Fit friends.
Fit friends.
Well,
Sandra says, hi, guys. Beverly says, hi from cold Texas.
oh, we are colder, I bet.
Elaine says, hello, Connie and Wilson. Happy birthday, Sonnet.
Hello, Elaine. Y'all caught up, Wilson?
I think so.
Okay. We're.
Are you?
I just took an extra one, I think. I think I'm one ahead. If Judy was on here, Judy is on here. She's keeping track.
Lori just said, whoops, get back here. Lori said, I remember that stairway.
Oh.
But I don't remember using it. We usually sat in the car.
No! Oh my gosh, we would go there on Friday nights and we'd get to run up those dark stairs, and it was kind of creepy. Good thing there was no murderers back then. So we'd get to run up those dark stairs and go into Toy Town while Mom did grocery shopping. That was on one Friday night a month. We couldn't buy anything, but we could go there and look.
Sana says, woohoo, can't wait for the new papers.
Yes, Yes, they're good.
Judy says, I'm so happy for you. Love all the content you are putting out.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
You go, Queenie.
I need my queen sweatshirt. I only have a t-shirt. Yeah.
Sheila says, I remember how that feels. You don't know what to do first.
Yes, you don't. You don't know what project you should finish first. And so I finished that one. And then everybody wants to do lunch with you. Everybody needs you to come here, come there, do this, do that. So tomorrow, I think I can stay home all day. Wilson, I think I can stay home all day tomorrow.
I'm not, so.
No, Wilson's not. But I think tomorrow will be a day I can stay home all day. No, I have to go to the post office. But that I can just do right in town here.
CNC Factory, I'm loading up my cart right now in anticipation. I need to restock, and then I'll be ready to order in the new paper.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, that's a good idea to load up your paper with what's available now and then.
Pam Peterson, I can't wait for the new papers.
Oh, I know. They're so good.
Judy said you're good on the DIYs.
Okay, thanks,
Stephanie
Judy.
just had one.
Oh.
Lisa Levine says, hello, Connie and Wilson, DIY.
Oh, there we go. We got another one.
So now I think we're caught up for a while again.
Okay, we do have a project to paint tonight. So I have some jars. And they're just clear glass jars. This one, I'm going to tell you, I got it from a girlfriend. She watches, but she doesn't, sends me an email with her comments. She doesn't comment on Facebook, but I know she watches. So she gave me this little jar with some cute little flowers in it this summer when I went to her house on my lunch. And it was a Simply Organic label that was on here. And I believe it was cinnamon. I'm not sure who uses this much cinnamon, but it was Simply Organic cinnamon. So I just peeled the label off, and we're going to paint this jar up.
Elaine Brady, this is my first live. I'm excited.
Excellent, Elaine. Welcome, welcome. So if you're new and you don't really know what we do here, so this is called Whiskey Wednesday, and that means, yes, we drink whiskey. We're from Wisconsin. It's what we do. So anytime someone makes me say DIY, we all have to take a drink. So
April's jumping on late, DIY.
Happy DIY, April.
Judy says, now you have two more. Now Lori Henderson, DIY, 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 DIY.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do you want me to paint tonight, guys? I have to move you up a little bit so I can stand up.
Amanda says, I regularly go through that much cinnamon.
Oh, well then buy, I'm not sure what the Simply Organic costs, but if you buy a Simply Organic cinnamon, it comes in this cute little jar, and then you just peel off the label. And actually, when she gave it to me with the flowers in it, with the Simply Organic, and it just said Simply Organic with one little leaf on it, it was really cute. So I kept it from summer until now with the label on it.
Judy said you're like 9 behind.
Oh, jeez. We're just going to do one for right now, Judy. So, just like fancy television, I have one of these jars already painted white. These have a little cork that goes in them like that. And you can paint this any color you want. But I did that because I wanted to make sure that they were dry. So, and then I also thought that we could use the Cottage Color on a jar, and it'd be a one-step paint. Bad move. Bad move. I painted this one with Cottage Color white linen, and when I went to put the second coat on, and it was very dry. Very dry. And so I went to put the second coat on, and it peeled the paint all off, and now I have this really textured jar. You can see all the texture in this jar, which I'm running with it because what else am I going to do? So we're running with it.
April says I'm ready ready for class. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Excellent. So we better get going.
Renee, I'll stick to my vodka.
Was that Renee Alpert?
Yep.
Oh, she just cleaned her house today. Renee, it looks fantastic. Thank you.
And Elaine Brady, we drink whiskey in North Carolina too.
Excellent. So if you've seen these, they were in this little carrier right here. So I bought this at the thrift store with the 3 jars in it, and I've just done absolutely nothing with it. It's cute, but when I seen those painted jars with the flowers on them, then I thought, oh, this would be really cute in here. So we have this little racky thing, and I have the 3 jars painted white, and I have one of them kind of finished. But we're gonna do those in a bit. So first we're gonna paint some jars.
Judy says, I'm just letting you know your friends evidently want you to drink tonight.
Apparently.
And Lisa says, hello.
DIY.
Lisa Stevens says, hello. Nobody said DIY, you did that.
No, I'm 9 behind.
Well, now you might be 7.
So I have to catch up a little bit if I'm 9 behind. So when you paint on a jar, you have to make sure that it's really dry from layer to layer. Otherwise, you're going to have that peeling paint like that. I'm not sure why the Cottage Color peeled. The clay-based paint did not. So we're going to use a clay-based paint. But I have just 2 jars to paint tonight. If we get to them, we get to them. But otherwise, I have some other ones. And oh, I shouldn't show you that label because this is when Tarnished Pearl was mismarked. So it looks more like crinoline. So I wanted to have some off-white ones as well. Not solid white. So we're going to do some crinoline ones. I'm going to point you down just a little bit. I think you're going to be able to see that. And so this is, we're going to say crinoline. And all I do is I just go over the jar in one coat. I'm just making sure I have one thin coat. This crinoline is like really old, so it's kind of thick. And you're gonna see your brush strokes. Don't worry about them. You really don't have to worry about them. And this is not like what we're trying to get is like pottery. So you would see the marks in the pottery. So think of it as just pottery and not glass. No, I did not. I can't figure out how to do it. I look at the buttons now, I might be able to. So, if you're worried about that bottom, and I'm going to set it down, I'm not worrying about the paint coming off. I could care less. So, because, ouch, I got my leg stuck.
Lisa Stevens, bring you DIY.
Thank you, Lisa. DIY right back at ya. So now when you come up here and do this top part, you got to be a little bit careful that you're not going to hit those side edges. And then you're just going to paint the top. Now that's one coat. And we're going to let that dry. It needs to be very dry before we do a second coat.
Where did you get that brush?
This brush, these are my favorite brushes, Elaine. These brushes are from Walmart. So in the craft aisle at Walmart, there's a pack of 2 and they have the green handle now. They used to have, I forget what color the handle was, but now it's green. And these are my absolute favorite brushes for small projects. I use these all the time. And they're like $5.97, something like that for 2 brushes. So you can't beat that price. And they're really good. All right, we're going in with crinoline on this little Simply Organic cinnamon jar. And we're gonna do the top. And that's it. All right, so a little DIY for us tonight.
Sandra says I can understand those brushes at Walmart. I look through them all the time. What size they are.
Who said that?
Sandra.
I will put a link to the Walmart online store. I'll do that after I'm done being live. Because, yeah, you can find them.
Carol says, hello everyone, DIY.
Hey, Carol, DIY, right back at ya. Now to store your brush, because you don't want this to get goobery, I put it in a Ziploc bag just to make sure that it doesn't get a little hard and have little chunks on it, because that will make streaks on your glass when you put the second coat on it. All you need is 2 coats. All right, I'm gonna clean my fingers up, and just like the magic of television, we have some that are already dry. I gotta push this out of the way though. I'm gonna crowd Wilson out. So, if you're new, if we have any new faces on here, anytime anybody says DIY, we all take a drink. This is Whiskey Wednesday and we're painting some jars, so I'm glad that you're here. Okay, so Rose Botanical is what I'm going to use tonight on a couple of the jars. This transfer is amazing. I am on my 2nd pack of these. It has all kinds of different roses, and you can use them in so many different ways, and that they are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So one of the jars that I did tonight that belongs in here, I put the 1 Rose Botanical on it and I finished it off. So there it is right there. Look at that. Compared to, oh, I don't have a clear jar anymore. But look at it with just a plain white jar. Look at that.
April says Amazon has the green brushes also, but I don't remember what I paid.
Oh, you know what? I did see them on Amazon too. So you're right, April.
Renee says DIY.
DIY, Renee says. DIY, Renee.
Judy says so cute.
Thank you, Judy. But we do have some other mismatch transfers that we're gonna do on this one. When I do the Rose Botanical, it's just 1 transfer, and it's not piecing them together. So tonight, what I wanted to do was piece them together. So we're gonna do this together on this one. This jar has dried for a while, so there is no chance of this being wet. You want to make sure that your paint is extremely dry and not damp or wet or cold in any way, shape, or form.
Patricia says hello.
Hello, Patricia. So we have, I have a little stack right here. I have a whole bunch of transfers from Whispering Willow. I have them from Painterly Floral. I have them from the Rose Botanical. I have all kinds of little flowers here. So the jar that I posted had just little flowers and leaves kind of random everywhere. So we're just gonna do that. We're gonna randomly put some flowers and leaves in different locations. So like this one, I really do like this rusty color leaf. So, you know what? They should really make those sticks in a color. because I can never find them. I know I had it. I think it's right here somewhere. It's somewhere. Oh, it's right there. I got it. Okay. So this, I think I need another DIY for that. I lost my transfer stick. DIY. That drink went down fast. Okay.
Elaine says gorgeous. I like the crate with the clear jars, but loving the painted with the transfer.
I know. I can't wait to see them all done. So we're gonna get them all done together on this live. So keep following until you see the end project there.
Small Jester says painter's tape on the end of the stick works wonders.
Oh.
A little DIY.
Oh, that is so. That's very good. We're gonna do that right now. What is that?
Small gestures.
Small gestures. All right. So her suggestion is
Those painter's tape on the end of the stick works wonders.
all right,
And a little DIY.
and a little DIY to go along with that. Look at that. I'll be able to find this stick now. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's the DIY for that.
Lisa Levine says that's a fantastic idea.
Guess what? Wilson needs to make me another drink already, guys.
Sheila said that's my favorite transfer book.
Mine too, Sheila. Okay, we're gonna go in with this Whispering Willow. I have a bunch of them left over from, I used the Whispering Willow on a project, and I had a bunch of little floral left over, so I thought, why not use it on here? So this is a little rust one, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your transfer stick and transfer the image onto there. So there's a little rust, and now I'm going to, this is Painterly Florals. So this is a little lavender. So you can cut these apart however you want. Just cut them apart, make them your own. So we're gonna use this piece. And making that flow right there. Hey, I could find my transfer stick, guys. That was a great tip. If you wanted any tips tonight, I didn't give them to you. Small Gestures did. I gotta stand up. So you just take your transfer stick and you rub on it, and it turns to a lighter color. And then when it does that, you can peel it up. And it's stuck on there. It's like an adult sticker. That's what I've been told. And then you take this clear piece that has nothing on it, and then you just burnish it. So there's a little rust, and now we're gonna go with just a little bit of a leaf.
April says drinking red wine, I can't keep up.
Yeah, that would be hard to keep up with wine. How about this little blue flower right here?
Thanks, Bobby. DIY to Wilson.
Oh, Wilson got a DIY
Thanks,
finally.
Bobby. DIY back.
Okay, here's some small little blue flowers. And we're gonna make them go this way. Little lavender, little blue violets, I think these are. All right, those are really sweet. I need a leaf though. I need a leaf, guys. I had some in my stash here. Whoops, that came off. You know what? We're gonna use this leaf right here. So I just cut that stem off of it. And I'm gonna lay that right down there. It just needs a little bit more green. Perfect. Okay, look at that. Isn't that sweet? Now we're gonna go to this side. And I had some raspberries that I thought were really cool, but I need to ground them somehow with a stem or something. So let me look.
Kath says almost midday here, Thursday.
Hey, Kath.
Hey, Connie and Wilson.
Hello, Kath.
Hello.
You know what? I really do like that rust that we had going on there. So we're going to go in with another leaf. Just kind of hanging out here on the bottom. We're going to make it go around the side. Look at that. Found my stick again. Such a great tip. So this is kind of rusty pinky. If you watched my last YouTube video, I was trying to make a dusty pink with the DIY paints. Oh my, I said it myself. Here's a new drink, guys. Okay, going in with these raspberries. I do, oh, you know what? Let's incorporate this stem. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut it in half.
Okay, Brady, hello, and DIY joining late.
Okay, you are just in time. Okay, going with this one first. This is how you can use up all your tiny little pieces. Oh, she said DIY? Mm-hmm. Oh, she did.
Hello and DIY.
Oh, then we should probably have that. Hey, Kay. So we are just putting transfers, multiple transfers on this one small little jar. And making sure that we like coordinate everything. Okay, now we're going to incorporate these raspberries right on top of that stem to make it look like they have a bigger stem. These raspberries are really pretty. They should make a whole transfer just of these raspberries. The IOD likes to incorporate fruit with their flowers. And then we're going to take this little stem on the bottom here and finish it off down here to make it look like it's going right through. Right, like the leaf is in front of it. Look at that. And that's sweet. Okay, now I need a little lavender. So I took the Whispering Willow book and I cut it into some pieces.
Bobby says one behind. I don't know if Bobby's one behind.
Oh, or I'm one behind?
Or you. Or all of us are one behind.
Oh. Okay, so we're gonna cut this lavender up. So this lavender was the big wreath found in the Whispering Willow. Whoops, I don't want that one over there. And I just was never using it. So I'm like, let's just cut this sucker up.
Carol says pretty.
Thanks, Carol. So we need a little bit of that lavender, because what I think I'm gonna do with the lid is paint the lid in the purple color. So I want to incorporate some type of lavender on all the sides. So if you have any jars, I'm telling you can someone tell me, maybe somebody has a tip for me? Whoops, see that little piece did not stick? So just lay it back down, rub it, and pull it back up again. It'll be fine. So maybe somebody can tell me if they've used Cottage Colors on a jar before, because I did not have luck with that. Look at this. Look at how sweet that is. Okay, we're gonna do another side. All my pieces and parts here. So we have that lavender kind of thing going on. I don't mind this one. Let's chop this sucker up. I don't mind this big honkin' flower. It's gonna wrap around. I cut a little bit more off. It's gonna wrap around the jar on this side, and it's purple. Just like that. We might not even have to add any lavender on this one. It might just be this flower all by itself. See how fast these come off when this is DIY paint. Ha ha! Ha ha! It's DIY paint, and it's just been totally dried. It has not been sealed. So it's not been sealed, but I can put a transfer on it, and then you can still go in and distress and do whatever you want with the clay-based paint because it is not sealed in.
These did not work for me.
Oh.
Maybe it's the seal.
It must be, because like what it did to me, Judy, is I put my first coat on, which was good. And then I went to put the second coat on after my first coat was really, really dry. I mean, it was really dry.
Can you use an acrylic primer on the jar first?
Well, I thought about using the Salvation solution to see if that would work. But I just went with the clay-based paint because it works so well. So,
Cass says so pretty.
thank you. Look at that. That one is like all by itself. It's kind of stunning. We might add something there.
CNC Factory says the Cottage Colors do not stick to jars. I have only the success when I use Salvation Solution first. The DIY clay-based paint sticks really well.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Okay, we have this tiny little violet here, and it's got a flower on both sides. I'm not sure why.
Kay Brady said, I think every beer had said you use a layer of clay paint first as a primer, then cottage color.
Guess what?
Stick.
I tried that. So after I put the cottage color on and it didn't work, then I'm like, okay. So I let that all dry. Then I put a clay base layer on there, and it still pulled it up.
Denise Hutchinson says I use a Pentar bonding primer.
Oh, Pentart.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta cut this sucker in half because he's going both ways.
Cat sprinkle glue. Elsie Lane
Hey, I'm glad you're catching up. We are just putting some transfers on these jars.
Lisa Stevenson, so pretty. Sheila said that is so pretty.
Thank you.
Lisa, yeah. Lisa Levine said, did you clean the glass prior to painting?
Yes, I even cleaned it with alcohol. I used Wilson's glass wipes. Shh. You had to throw me under the bus with that one.
Jeez.
But I was worried about it, so I used Wilson's glass wipes that are alcohol. And it still didn't work. So yes, I did.
No wonder I don't have any allergies.
All right.
Judy says clay paint first, then cottage.
Oh, clay paint and then cottage?
That's what Judy says.
Okay. We'll have to try that.
Lisa Levine says sorry.
Oh, Wilson can handle it. He loves me. If Renee is still on here, when she came over today and she asked me where the garbage bags were, she said, Connie, where are your garbage bags? I don't know. And she says, what do you mean you don't know where your garbage bags are? I have no clue. She said, like the garbage bags that go in your kitchen canister. Can't tell you. And she goes, he does treat you like a queen. Yep, kind of.
Lisa says DIY Wilson. Thank you, Lisa.
DIY. All right, we're going to put a couple more blue flowers on here just to blend this right in. I'm loving this. So, yeah, I have no clue where he keeps the garbage bags. I told her, I said, don't worry about it. Just don't put one in. He'll do it. Wilson will do it. And he did. Our kids were worried about this happening. Our kids were. And they were worried about me feeding him. They were worried about who was going to do laundry, because Wilson does the laundry. And I'm like, you know what? When you kids were little, I did all the laundry. I did all the cooking. I did all the cleaning. Your dad didn't do any of it. It's his turn. And so on our first day, on Monday, Wilson had to send our oldest daughter a picture of the laundry that was done, and I made him supper. It's the only time I made him supper this week. Holy crap. Fireworks happening.
Judy says, see, you are the queen.
Yeah.
LOL.
Yeah.
Where did you see fireworks?
I had fireworks on my side. They might be delayed for you.
Well, everything else is. You're like,
Yeah.
what? Yep, now I did.
Yeah.
It's delayed that long.
Okay. We're going in. This jar has got a ton of flowers on it. We're just layering them on. This is all from the Whispering Willow and Painterly Floral. And then the jars, the jars that I referenced are actually Pottery. So we're going to paint the top and the bottom, and we're going to make it look like it is Pottery. All right. So this is from the Painterly Floral, and it was the wreath, and I am just cutting it up. I think I see a DIY. Judy sent me because you are the queen. DIY. He treats me like a queen, guys. I'm not gonna lie, he does. So DIY. So I want it to swoop that way. but maybe not that far. So we're gonna cut this one off right here and let it swoop. I'm gonna let it swoop. And all of these have a little purple in them, a little lavender, all the sides do, so that my top can be lavender. It's gonna be all ready for spring. I'm not sure if it's going to be blood moon or if it's going to be a mixture of blood moon mixed with like a white swan or a beadboard or something like that. And just lighten up blood moon a little bit. So you can see how easy these transfers go on, in case you haven't used a transfer before. They just go on so easy, especially when your surface is dry. That is the key, dry surface. And now this little tiny lavender that I cut off, we have to use him somewhere. We're gonna make him stick out of this piece right here. That is the beauty of the transfers, is you can just manipulate them however you want. So look at that. We just added another little piece of purple.
Lisa Horner says, "Hi Connie, I love what you do. Please pray for my friends and family in Malibu. I grew up there.
Oh.
It's devastating. And my brother's house survived so far, but it's still a touch and go situation."
Oh, that is really sad. We definitely will pray for everyone there. It's...
Lisa Levine says, "Prayers for everyone in California."
Yes.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. Wilson was watching that on the news tonight before we went live, and yeah, that is terrible. Yeah, it's crazy how it can just happen in an instant. So make sure you just count your blessings every single day. All right, I gotta go around the corner.
Lisa Horner says, "Thank you."
Yes. I hope he is fine. Actually, it's all just stuff as long as he is okay. Look at this. Okay. You can use this on all four sides. We need something right there. So let's try and find a leaf. We have the rust leaf. So I got this. That happens sometimes. It was on the paper the wrong way. Garbage.
Lisa says, "I grew up there with fires, lost my home in 2007 to wildfires in San Diego." So
Wow.
Kinda...
It hits a little to home, I take it. Yeah. All right, we're gonna go in with this.
Judy says, "Sweet," and Renee says, "That's beautiful."
Thank you. I don't like that leaf. I want a different leaf. Oh, I like these. These little, whoops, I keep going down there and you guys can't see. These little leaves are sweet, but I gotta figure out how to cut them apart. So we're just gonna cut this way. And cut that out of there. And I gotta cut this off.
Lisa Horner says, "That's beautiful."
Thank you. Okay.
What are
And
you putting up there?
I'm putting this rusty colored leaf up there.
But you needed something small.
It is small. It's small. Well, I don't know if it's a leaf or if it's a flower, but it's kind of dusty pink. And then it wraps around to this side. So I have it like coming off of that stem there. All right, that filled in that gap a little bit there. Okay. So there is, I don't know which is my favorite side. I kind of like those raspberries. All of that lavender is really pretty. I like that. Okay. We are going to do one of these jars. And we're going to do it with the Rose Botanical.
Lisa Stevens' DIY, the Wilson and Connie.
Oh, DIY, Lisa.
Tammy Jensen Myers is beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. So
Lisa Levine's is sweet.
good, thank you, Lisa. So this is the jar just painted white. This is the one I've already done. It's got the red on there. So I am going to get rid of all of these Whispering Willows.
CNC Factory says very nice DIYs for both of these.
Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna throw these all onto there so I can see my roses. So these are the Rose Botanicals, and I have the red old-fashioned rose on there already. So I kind of want to stay in the pinks and the red family. I do like this one. So this one is the old-fashioned pink rose. So we're gonna cut this one.
Bobby says so cute.
Thank you. So this transfer, they're all done for you. How sweet is that? And we're just, this is too tall. So I gotta cut some of it off. So with the grid marks on it, you can just cut to the grid mark. And then put it right on here. So it's going on there like that. This DIY paint is very dry. It has dried for a few hours already, so you want to make sure if you're putting a transfer on top of the paint that is not sealed, you want to make sure that it's very dry. So this paint is not sealed.
April says this is such a fun project.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Are you doing it along with me, April? How sweet is that? April asked for what I was using today so she could do it with me, so that's kind of fun. Yeah. This Rose Botanical, oh, I don't know how they're ever gonna top this one. It is so pretty.
April says yes.
Excellent, April. I love it when people watch lives and then they follow along. And they do them themselves. Or even when they're watching a replay and then they do the project. So I'm just scraping on this label.
April says I love crafting with friends.
Yes. You know what? Sometimes even when you're doing it at home and you just are on the computer, it's fun to do that with somebody else. I have my heart class coming up, and I'm really excited about teaching that heart class and showing people how to paint those hearts. They are very fun to do. I like teaching. It's what I like to do. Who knew? Okay. Then you take the transfer sheet and it's called burnishing. And so then you burnish that transfer into that jar. So here's the 2 jars. And we're gonna do a third one just so we have that whole look.
He said you are so good at this.
Well, you do a really good job of that, Renee. You can clean my toilet anytime, DIY.
Judy says I'm excited as well, DIY.
Excellent, Judy. Okay, so that was the old-fashioned rose, and I feel like we should put maybe a red rose in between them. Yeah, we're gonna put a big honkin' red rose in between them. I'll test it out first before I commit.
CNC Factory says I'm so sad I'm not able to join on January 16th for your class.
Oh, there's replay is available.
Kelly says so cute, love them.
Thank you. So we're gonna have this one on this side. Oh, we could probably put the pink in the middle. There's the pink and the red and the red. Oh yeah, I like it.
April wants to know, does the class interact like a live?
Yep, you can, it'll be live. So if you can join me when I go live and teach the class, you can interact the same way. But there is also a replay available.
And she wants to know, does the class interact like a live? Must be on a replay.
No, it's not on a replay. It's live. I'm actually teaching live. So yes, it does. So you can ask me questions while I'm painting.
Now CNC says, oh, I didn't realize that. Have to join up.
Yes, you can watch the replay. And I'll have everything from what I have in there right now in the group is what kind of scrap wood I'm using and what the sizes are, what the colors are, those kinds of things.
You know what size your wood is?
I had to measure it, Wilson.
I was going to say, you usually say, oh, about this by this.
Yeah, this big by this big. I said, can you cut me something that looks like this? And then I drew him a picture the other night and said, can you make me this for in the store for me selling my raised papers? And he's like, I can't read your drawings. Why not?
She's not an architect.
No, I can't make a straight line to save my soul. It's hard to get a transfer on a circular object. So if this is your first time using a transfer, you might say, this is not for me, but start on a flat surface.
Sherry Slocum says, dang, my internet was slow. Just able to get on. Looks so pretty.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. We need another tower, huh? All right. We're finishing up with this. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that red rose.
Kat says, so that will be this time on the 17th in Australia?
This time?
Well, they're coming hours ahead.
Yeah, but I'm teaching it like 4 o'clock
On the 16th.
on the 16th.
So that will be this time on the 17th
So there's a little rosebud, and they put a little stem right here that goes to nowhere. So I'm gonna take this little rosebud and stick the rosebud on there, because I don't know why they made a stem that led to nowhere. But there's now a little rosebud on the top of there. So look at them two.
Sherry says I'll just have to buy it. Ooh, don't break them.
Yeah, I can't break them. Okay.
A spring Connie corner.
A spring, yeah, a spring Connie corner. You're right, Sherry.
Says the spring.
Yeah, Sherry likes to decorate her house with my items. Okay, so these crinoline are drying perfectly. So this is white and this is crinoline. We won't finish those tonight. I just wanted you to show you how we do them. When the first coat is completely dry, then you can go ahead and do a second coat. But remember, I said that the jars looked like they were pottery. Okay, I need a DIY, guys. I'm drying up.
Cass said so 6 a.m. my time.
Kat, you might not be out of bed.
So yeah, if you're doing it at 4 a.m.
Okay, so this is weathered wood.
Kara says, wow, beautiful. Lisa Stevens says, wow, they're pretty. And Kathy Henrik says, pretty.
Thank you. So this is weathered wood with some Summer Crush, I think, and a little Old Flame. I just made it more browny tan, kind of like pottery tan. And I used this on a different project, so it was still in this little jar. I'm not sure what project I used it on anymore, but so I have a little bit of it, and I'm gonna stick it on one of these transfer sheets. That's what they're good for also, is putting your paint on them. And then I have a sea sponge, and these sea sponges, I'm not sure where I got it from. And I just decided, okay, I'm gonna use this thing. So I'm gonna put some of this paint on my sea sponge, and then I'm gonna go right on the top, because what you wanna do is make it look like this is pottery. I gotta make sure that is a solid up there. And you want it to look like the glazing started after, like this is the original pottery.
Cass says, if I'm awake, I'll be watching from bed.
Okay, so it looks like the pottery top wasn't glazed. That's what I wanted it to look like. And then the same goes on the bottom. So you take the bottom, you take your sea sponge, and you just pounce on the bottom. And you want to make sure you go every which way so you don't have a direct pattern.
Kate Brady says some Dollar Trees have sea sponges in their craft aisles.
Oh, well, there you go. I have no idea where I got these from. I swear they came with something else, or they were in something when I bought it at a thrift store, and I thought, what am I ever going to do with those? But I saved them, and then today I'm like, oh, I could use them to make the pottery look.
And you saved them and you knew where to find them?
I did. They were in my cabinet right over there, that apothecary cabinet.
Really?
Uh-huh.
That's surprising.
So there's the one done with the weathered wood and orange mixture, and there's the one not done. So we're gonna finish. We're gonna do another one. And I'm just going every which way with this sea sponge. And it's okay if you have texture. because that's what that glazing, if you ever seen an unfinished pottery, it's kind of irregular. And it's bumpy and lumpy and kind of like rust. It obviously wouldn't rust though. There's a lip on here, so I got to make sure I get into that lip with my sea sponge. And then have that irregular look after the solidness. And then I'm going to make the top solid. So there's the top of that. Came down a little further. And I don't have that solid up there. So we're fixing that. Okay, there we go. And then on the bottom. And that's where the stem is going to not look like it's floating, because I kind of, you know, I don't like when stems float. So it was kind of floating. But I wasn't worried about it because I was putting this there. There, looks like pottery. Okay, those are gonna dry. Oh, we need to do this other one.
I love this project so much, that's me trying it myself.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. We're going to use a paintbrush and paint some of this in. Because of the lip that I have on here, I know it's going to be easier than that sea sponge. So I'm just going in.
Judy, very cool, DIY.
Thank you, Judy. I need one of them. So I'm just sloppily going in on this lip of this jar, just because I know that's going to be hard to fill with the sea sponge. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with the sea sponge, go up on the top, and then we're just going to go like this, and I'm going to fill that in, I think, with the paintbrush if I need to. I need to. This, you don't have to buy no stinking Amazon vases. Oh, these are cute. These are way cute. All right, we're gonna go on the bottom.
Sherry says I want that one, please.
All right, Sherry. I'll put your name on it. Okay, look at that. That is going to be sweet once it gets all stained up, and then you can actually just go in with a baby wipe and make that edge in there clean, and so it won't have those irregular edges on the inside. That is sweet. Okay. We have one more step that I want to show you. Waxing. All right, we're gonna wax this after we do a DIY, guys. Woo! This is quite the project, but it is so fun. So after you get your transfer on, you do need to seal it. you can either use Big Top or wax. And because I did not seal my paint before I put my transfer on, I can use wax. And I could use wax if I sealed it too, but I just feel like wax is going to be more of a pottery look. So going in with some clear wax. And if you didn't know this about me, I've never washed my wax brush. This wax brush is probably, it's got to be at least 5 years old, and I've never washed it. Never. I make sure I have a clear wax brush, a dark wax brush, a shipwreck wax brush, but I've never washed any of them. I'll go like this, where you can see. I'll go like this after I'm done with my project, but I've never washed them. I don't know if you're supposed to, so you probably don't want to listen to me. All right. There is the clear wax.
Patricia says, how do you store it DIY?
Just like this. I just lay it on top of I take my wax can and I put my brush like that, and that is how I store it. Not even kidding. So when you start the next time, this is going to be a little stiff. So I just take and I put it onto my piece of cardboard or whatever, and I move it back and forth, which works it loose, and then it's perfectly fine to use.
Laura Hart says I haven't washed my wax brushes either.
Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I thought I was like a rebel. All right, we're going to go in with DIY Dark Dust, and we're just going to dust a little bit on this jar to give it a little bit of age.
April says, me too.
Oh, good. Good. I'm not a rebel. Just going in with a little bit of dust. So with the dust, you can control where the age is. Got a little bit more dust on here this time. So.
Doris Kohler says I store mine in press and seal.
Oh, yeah, you could probably do that.
And
they wouldn't get crusty then.
Crusty then.
So then after the dust is on there, then you're gonna come back with a clean cloth and rub some of that dust off. And this is what's going to age it. Look at that. Now, here's one without it. How sweet is that?
April says, I'm not so sure about that.
Oh, she don't like the dark wax?
No.
Or the dark dust?
I don't know if we're sealing it in the press and seal.
Oh, sealing it in the press and seal?
Yeah.
All right, that is sweet. I'm gonna pick you up because I think we went super long tonight. Wilson, did we go super long tonight?
Not too bad.
Not too bad? Okay, good. Okay. I got you crooked.
Judy says sweet DIY.
It is a sweet DIY. Look at that.
April says being a rebel. Bobby DIY.
These are not waxed. We'll put the waxed one in the middle. No, you can't. Right there. Oh, I can't put the wax one in the middle.
Lower Heart says, so cute.
I gotta put the pink one in the middle.
Backyard Brushes says, love these.
Excellent.
Sandra says, very cute, Connie.
Look at that. So
Why
look at
couldn't you
how,
put the one in the middle?
because there were two reds and a pink. So I wanted the pink in the middle. So look at that. This one has the dark dust on it, and these do not. So aren't them so pretty?
Carol says, very pretty.
They are. DIY, everybody. This is the Amazon jar dupe.
You just make that up?
What?
What you just said?
Dupe? Duplicate it?
Oh. Thought you've been watching MTV or something.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dupe that.
Sheila says, love them.
Yes, thank you, Sheila. They are so cute. And then here's this one. This one's not quite dry yet, so I can't wax it, but
Kat
that one will
says
be cute.
They are all so pretty, Connie.
They will be really, really pretty in your booth for spring. So get some jars at the thrift store. At my thrift store, they're like 28 cents or 18 cents, or sometimes if I really go out on a limb, I'll pay 38 cents or 48 cents for them.
Lisa Stevens says, oh my God, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Sherry says, amazing as usual. Cheers. I will
Thank you, Sherry.
PM you about the class next week and my vase. Uggs.
Excellent, Sherry.
April
Perfect.
says, very pretty. Judy says, thanks, Connie. This is a great project.
Good. Good.
Sherry says, oh, geez, now I want those. send me a message about price.
Oh, I know. Aren't they cute? Look at them. Oh, and I brought flowers. Real flowers to put in them.
CNC says, love it. I really like the jar technique on the top and bottoms.
Oh,
Judy says, oh my gosh.
the pottery technique, because yeah, they look like pottery. I just happened to have real flowers from retiring from my very, very good friend. So I went and grabbed some.
Renee, I love it.
And I am a sucker for baby's breath.
Might have to move it back a little bit.
Look at that. Oh, I got to put this one in the middle because it's bigger. And then this one on the side. Okay. Look at that. Does that not scream spring? How pretty is that? Who doesn't like a good baby's breath?
April says, so perfect for flowers and goodness. I don't know. She's using a big word.
She's using a big word on you, Wilson.
Kate Brady, I love him. Thank you for sharing and teaching your tips and tricks and ideas.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. We got to get some other ones in this jar. Look at that. Look at that, guys. Aren't they sweet? Flowers just make it all so much better. So these flowers I got last week, and they are still, look at how good they are. There is nothing wrong with these flowers. They are amazing.
Rankin, love these. These are adorable. Love them.
Thank you. So look at that. How sweet are them? Okay. Thank you all for watching. DIY. Right back at you. I'll finish these projects up and I'll get a picture, put it on my website, and Sherry, I will message you the price on both of these projects that we did, but don't worry, I'll have more to go in the store. So thank you all for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I love my Whiskey Wednesdays, and they will always happen. And it's all of you that make them so fun for Wilson and I. We really do enjoy them. So until next time, DIY and happy painting.